yours is mine. Then at last we arrived.
Then at last we arrived, my sweetheart.
Then at last we arrived, my darling.
Then at last we arrived at a big fence. We were so true, frozen to the bone. For days, for hours, for days, for nights, for weeks.
For months.
Our teeth were chattering. No. We were frozen. No, we were frozen to, yeah. We were frozen to the bone. Our feet, our knees, our ears, our noses. Our teeth were chattering. How was 80 years? They could have let us in. We could have at least have opened the gates to the garden.
In the garden, the grass was wet.
Yes. There was a path which led to a square, and in the centre, a village church. Where was this village? Do you recall?
No, I've forgotten.
I believe it was called Paris.
Paris never existed, my little one.
But it must have, because Paris extinguished. It had been extinguished for 1,000 years. It was the city of light.
Nothing remains of today.
Yeah, sorry. Nothing remains of it today except a song.
A real song? That's odd. What song?
A lullaby. An allegory. Paris would always be Paris.
And the way to through the garden, was it far?
Song? The rain?
Oh yes, you are very gifted, my darling. You could have been anything you wanted in life. Head journalist, head comedian, head general. Well, that's gone down the old drain, alas. Down the old black drain, I tell you. Down the old drain.
Then at last we arrived.
Oh yes, go on, tell me.
Then at last we arrived. The idiot was hot-bellied, bare-bellied. He ran full speed. At last we arrived. The rice spilled over, belly to the ground, sick to the ground. At last we arrived. At last we laughed and we laughed and we laughed. At last he arrived to the ground. At last we arrived. At last we arrived.
At last we laughed like idiots. At last arrived all there. The idiot, the trunk full of rice, the rice.
At last we laughed. At last we arrived. Yes, at last we laughed at the idiot. Bare-bellied man. He was bare-bellied. At last we laughed. Yeah.
So that's the way it was.
Oh, who could put it any better?
Wonderful Paris.
Who could put it any better?
Oh my darling, you are so fine, really. Oh, so really, oh, you could have been anything you wanted in life, far more than general factotum.
Let's be modest. We should be content with a little.
Spoiled your career.
I've spilled it. I've spoiled it. Oh, Mama, where are you, Mama? Oh, hi, let me go. Hi, oh, I'm an orphan.
Here I am. What are you afraid of?
Oh, Semiramis, my sweetheart, you're not my mama, you are orphan who protects me.
Here, my darling.
No, it's not the same thing.
Don't cry, I'm going for my heart, my little one.
Hi, you see my mama. I've spilled my career. I'm wet all over.
Calm down.
I'm an orphan dwarf.
Oh,
my mother.
I'm your wife. I'm the one who is your mother now.
No, it's not true. It's not true.
That's my orphan. Orphan.
No. No.
Oh, come on, calm down. You have great qualities, my little general. Dry your tears. The guests are sure to come this evening and they mustn't see you this way. All is not lost, all is not spoiled. You'll tell them everything. You will explain. You have a message. You always say you're going to deliver it. You have to live. You have to struggle for your message.
I have a message. Yes, that's true. I have a message to communicate. I struggle, a mission. I have a message to communicate to all of humanity, to mankind.
To mankind, my darling, your message.
Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. It is true.
That's it.
Is that? Oh, okay.
That's it.
Okay. Things aren't always easy for me. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm going to get the script. No, I don't need the script. I know it. Things aren't always easy for me. I've served honourably. I've served honourably as General Factotum. That should be enough.
Not for you. You're much greater than other people. And moreover, you've done much better if you've not quarrelled with other people, as other people do. You've quarrelled with all the directors, with all the generals, with your own brother.
You know very well what he said.
What did he say?
He said, my friends, I've got a flea. I'm going to pay you in a visit in the hope of leaving my flea with you.
People say things like that, my dear. You shouldn't have paid any attention to it. With Carell? Why were you so angry with him? Was it his fault too?
You're going to make me angry. You're going to make me angry. No, it wasn't my fault. You know very well what he said. He came up to Alpha Fox. No. He said, I've got just the word that will fit you. I'm not going to say it, but I'll think it. And he laughed like a fool.
But he had a warm heart. In this life, you've got to be less sensitive.
I don't care for jokes like that.
You could have been head orchestra conductor, head cabinet maker.
The end of the garden was what?
The city of Paris.
At the end of the city of Paris was what?
Dolly, my Dolly was who?
Mine.
Place in the weather was beautiful, was it?
Yes. Places in the weather were beautiful.
The weather was so beautiful. Are you sure?
I can't call it.
Don't tax your mind then.
It's too far.
I'm big so
Oh, just get your script done.
That's not the point when I completely start losing it.
Seven, yeah.
Yeah. Too far away. I can no longer recall it. Where was this?
But who? What?
Where was this and who?
My darling, no matter where it is, I will follow you anywhere. I'll follow you, my darling.
I have so much difficulty expressing myself, but I must tell it all.
Which is a sacred duty. You've no right to keep your message from the world. You must reveal it all. They're waiting. They're waiting for you. The universe waits only for you.
Yes, I'll speak.
Have you really decided? You must.
Drink your tea.
You could have been head orator if you had more willpower in life. I'm proud. I'm happy that you have at last decided to speak to every continent, to every country, to Europe, to every country.
Unfortunately, I have so much difficulty expressing myself. It isn't easy for me.
It's easy once you begin, like life and death. It's enough to have made your mind up. It's in speaking that ideas come to us, words, and then we, in our own words, we find perhaps everything. The city too, and the garden, and then we're orphans no longer.
It's not I who's going to speak. I've hired a professional orator. He'll speak in my behalf, you'll see.
Then it's true, they are going to come and see you. And have you invited everyone? All the characters, all the property owners, all the intellectuals?
Yes, all the owners and all the intellectuals.
Well, the janitors, the bishops, the chemists, the tinsmiths, the violinists, the delegates, the presidents, the police, the merchants, the buildings, the penholders, the chromosomes.
Yes, and the post office employees, the artists, and the innkeepers, everybody who's a little intellectual and who is a little proprietary.
And the bankers.
Yes, invited.
It's true that they are going to come and see you. You won't feel like crying anymore. The intellectuals and proprietors will take the place of papas and mothers. Don't you put off this meeting? It won't be too tiring for us?
You really think this might tire us?
You have a slight cold.
How can I call it off?
Invite them for another evening. You could telephone.
No, my God! They've already probably embarked.
You should have been more careful.
I think someone's coming already. Oh, yes, they're coming.
Perhaps it's your orator.
It won't come so soon. This must be somebody else.
Oh.
Come on.
My hair must look slight. Wait a moment.
You should have gotten ready before. You know very well you have plenty of time.
Oh, I'm wearing an old gown. It's all rumpled and so badly dressed.
All you had to do was press it. Hurry up, you're making our guests wait. Good evening, madame. Won't you please come in? We're delighted to see this, my wife.
Good evening, madam. Very happy to make your acquaintance. Oh, take that over in your hat. You might take out the hat pin and make it more comfortable. Oh, no one will sit on it.
Put your fur down there. Let me help you. No, nothing will happen to it.
Oh, what a pretty suit. And such darling colours in your blouse. Oh, won't you have some biscuits? Oh, no, you're not at all fat. No. Plump. Just leave your umbrella there.
Follow me, please. I have only a modest position here. That's still me, isn't it? Sorry. You've had good weather.
You're not too tired? Yes, a little.
At the edge of the water.
Oh, that's kind of you to say so.
Let me get you a chair.
I'll take this one for the moment, please. It seems rather warm in here, doesn't it? Oh, what a charming diaper. My husband gave me one very like it. It's been 73 years ago and I still have it. It's my birthday.
No, madame, life is never cheap.
Oh, it's as you say. As you say, well, it's about time all that changed. Perhaps my husband can do something about it. He's going to tell you.
Hush, hush, Marinus. The time hasn't come to talk about that yet. Oh, excuse me, madame. for having aroused your curiosity. Oh, dear madame, don't insist. Yes, you're quite right.
Oh, surely not.
Yes. Oh, it's true.
Yes.
No.
Oh, it's certainly true.
It isn't possible.
Oh. Well.
Madame has made a conquest. My congratulations.
Not like the young people today.
Oh, don't disturb yourself. I'll get it on. You're quicker than I.
She's younger than you.
Old age is such a heavy burden. I can only wish you an eternal youth.
He's sincere, and he speaks from the heart, my darling. It's kind of you to take such an interest in us.
We live a retired life.
My husband's not really misanthropic, he just loves solitude.
We have the radio, I get in some fishing, and there's fairly regular boat service.
On Sundays, there are 2 boats in the morning, 1 in the evening, not to mention privately chartered trips.
When the weather's clear, there is the moon.
My husband's always concerned with his duties as general factotum, they keep him busy. But on the other hand, his age, he may well take it easy.
Oh, I have plenty of time to take it easy in my grave.
Say that, my little darling. My husband's family, or friends, what's left of it, they still came to see us about 10 years ago.
In the winter, a good book, beside the radiator, and memories of a lifetime. Oh.
A modest life, but a full one. He devotes 2 hours every day to work on his message. Someone has come. Go, quickly.
Please excuse me, madame. Just a moment. Hurry and bring some chairs then. Must be someone important. Ah! Colonel! Good evening, my dear Colonel. This is a very important honour for me. I was not expecting it. Although, indeed, in short, I am most proud to welcome you, a hero of your eminence, to our humble dwelling. Without false modesty, nevertheless, I permit myself to confess to you that I do not feel unworthy of the honour of your visit. Proud, yes, unworthy, no.
What a beautiful uniform, what beautiful medals. Who is it, my darling?
Can't you see that it's the Colonel? Count his stripes. This is my wife, Semiramis. Come here so I can introduce you to the Colonel. My wife, the Colonel, my wife.
Welcome, Colonel. It's very glad, it's a pleasure to meet you. You are one of my husbands? He's a general.
Factotum.
Oh, he's most polite. A really superior being. And this chair is for you.
This way, if you please. Oh, yes, one guest has already come. We're expecting a great many more people.
Do sit down.
Oh, a young lady, we know.
A very dear friend.
The Colonel, a famous soldier.
Please take this chair.
No. Can't you see that the Colonel wishes to sit beside the lady?
Oh, that's going too far.
Yeah, that is right. Sorry. Oh, yes, Colonel. They're not here yet, but they'll be here. And the orator will speak in my behalf. He'll explain everything in the morning. In the morning. I'm sorry, I've lost it. He'll explain the meaning of my message. Take care, Colonel. This lady's husband may arrive at any moment.
Who is this gentleman?
I told you it's the Then why are you asking?
For my information. Oh, Colonel, no cigarette butts on the floor.
Colonel, it slipped my mind. In the last war, did you win or lose?
But my dear, don't let it happen.
Look at me. Do I look like a bad soldier? One time, Colonel, under fire.
Oh, darling, why don't you stop? It's embarrassing. It's getting too far.
And all on my own, I killed 209 of them. We called them that because they jumped so high to escape. However, there weren't so many of them, as they were flies. Yes. Of course, it was less than amusing, Colonel, but thanks to my strength of character, I have... Oh, no, I must, please.
My husband never lies. It may be true that we're old, nevertheless, we're respectable.
A hero must be a gentleman too if he hopes to be a complete hero.
I've known you for many years, but I've never believed you capable of this. I've never believed you capable of this. Have our dignity, our self-respect.
I'm still capable of bearing arms. Oh, excuse me, I must go to the door. Stumbles and knocks over the chair of the lady. I'm like reading this, I'm like, wait. Okay.
Maybe go round back.
Yeah, because... Okay. Okay. Should we go from...
Keep going. Just move to that gap. We'll have a look in a minute.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, pardon.
no. You didn't hurt yourself. Oh, you've got all dirty. Oh, some dust.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Go bring some chairs.
Excuse me for a moment.
Oh, madame, you're here. I can scarcely believe my eyes again, nevertheless. Oh, I didn't really dare to hope, but really it's... Oh, madame. Oh, I've been thinking about you all my life, madame. I always used to call you Belle. It's your husband. Someone told me, certainly. You haven't changed a bit. Oh, yes. Yes, your nose has grown longer. A lot longer. How did it happen? Little by little. Well, you certainly didn't do it on purpose. Excuse me. Sir and dear friend, or permit me to call you dear friend, for I knew your wife long before you did. She was the same, but of a completely different nose. I must congratulate you, sir, for you seem to love each other very, very much. Oh, Semiramis, 2 more guests arrived. We need 1 more chair. This way, please. Oh, shit. More guests have arrived. I'm going to introduce you to... she's over there. I'm going to introduce you to... Now then, Miss... Oh, Belle. Miss Belle. That's what they used to call you. Yeah. Oh, now you're all bent over. Oh, sir. She's still Miss... I didn't know this. Oh, sir, she is still Belle to me. Even so, under her glasses, she has pretty eyes. Her hair is white, but under the white one can see brown and blue. I'm sure of it. Come nearer, nearer. Oh, what's this, sir? A gift. For my wife. Huh. Oh, Semiramis, this is Belle. You know, Belle. And her husband. A childhood friend. I've often spoke of her to you. And her husband.
Good evening, madam. Good evening, sir. He certainly makes fine introductions. Good evening, madam. Good evening, sir.
He's bought you a present.
Oh, is it a flower, sir? Or a cradle, or a pear tree, or a crow.
Sorry. No. Can't you see that it's a painting?
Oh, how pretty, thank you. Would you like to see it different?
Would you like to see it?
Doctor, I feel squeamish. I have hot flashes. I feel sick. I've got cold in my eyes. I haven't any feeling in my feet. I'm cold in my toes and my fingers. I'm suffering from liver trouble. Doctor.
This gentleman is not a doctor.
If you
He's a
finish
photo
looking at
engraver.
it, you might hang it up. That doesn't matter. He's charming, even so. He's dazzling. Well, without meaning to flatter you.
Sorry, that was my line on Get Too Curry One. Oh, I'm very touched. You're still the same, in spite of everything. I loved you 100 years ago. But there's been such a change. No, you haven't changed a bit. I loved you. I love you.
Oh, sir.
I'm in complete agreement with you on that point.
Oh, certainly, sir, certainly. Oh, thanks for having me up. Forgive me if I've inconvenienced you.
Where are the snows of yesteryear?
Oh, sir.
Oh, she's a young friend. She's very sweet.
Oh, he's a mounted staff colonel. A comrade of my husband's. My husband's a general.
Sorry. Oh, your ears were not always so pointed. My bell. Do you remember?
Oh, so you think I'm too old for that, do you?
When we were young, the moon was a living star. Oh, yes. If only we are dead, but we were only children. Wouldn't you like to recapture those bygone days? Is it still possible? No. It's no longer possible. Those days have flown away as fast as a train. Time has left the marks of his wheels on our skin. Do you believe surgeons perform miracles? I'm a soldier, and you too. We soldiers are always young. The generals are like gods. It ought to be that way. Alas, we've lost everything. We could have been so happy, I'm sure of it. We could have been. Perhaps the flowers are budding again beneath the snow.
Flatterer! Rascal! I'm younger than my years. You're a little savage. You're exciting. You give me the shivers. I'm a little embarrassed. Do you like this petticoat, or do you like the skirt better?
General factotum has a poor life.
Is that in order to make quick as In order to make quick machine, at least beef, flour, little gastric sugar. You've got clever fingers all the same. Oh.
My worthy helpmeet, Semiramis, has taken the place of my mother. Colonel, as I've often observed to you, one must take the truth as one finds it.
Do you really?
Do you really believe that one can have children at any age? Any age children?
It's this alone that has saved me, the inner life, peace of mind, austerity, my scientific investigations, philosophy, my message.
I've never yet betrayed my husband, the general. Not so hard to make you fall. I'm only his poor mom. Great, Mama! My conscience causes these tears to flow. For me, that branch of the tree is broken. Try to find someone else. I no longer want to gather rosebuds.
All the preoccupations of a superior order. Sit down, please. Please sit down.
Oh, that one son. Perhaps he's still alive. He's gone away. It's a common story, rather unusual. He abandoned his parents. Yeah, after gold. It was a long time ago.
My husband and I tried to hold him back.
I mean, you do incredible, to be fair.
My husband and I tried to hold him back with all our might. He was 7 years old, the age of reason. I called after him, my son, my child, my son, my child. I didn't even look back.
Alas, no, we've never had a child. I'd hoped for a son. Semiramis, too. We did everything, and my poor Semiramis is so maternal, too. Perhaps it's better that way. As for me, I was an ungrateful son myself. Grief, regret, remorse. That's all we have. That's all we have left.
He said to me,
You killed birds. Why do you kill birds?
look, we don't kill birds. We cannot harm so much as a fly. His eyes are full of big tears. He wouldn't let us drive him. He wouldn't let me come near him. He said,
Yes, you kill all the birds. All the birds.
he showed us his little fists.
You're lying. You've betrayed me. The streets are full of dead birds, of dying baby birds.
It's the song of the birds.
No, it's their death rattle. The sky is red with blood.
No, my child, it's blue. He cried again.
You've betrayed me. I adored you. I believed you to be good. The streets are full of dead birds. You've torn out their eyes. Papa, Mama, you're wicked. Oh, sorry. I refuse to stay with you.
I threw myself at his feet. His father was weeping. We couldn't hold him back as he went. We could still hear him calling.
It's you who are responsible.
What does that mean? Responsible.
I let my mother die all alone in a ditch. She called after me, moaning feebly.
My little child, my beloved son, don't leave me here all alone. Stay with me, I haven't much time left.
Don't worry, Mama, I told her. I'll be back in a moment. I was in a hurry. I was going to the ball to dance. I'll be back in a minute. When I returned, she was already dead. They had buried her deep. I broke open a grave, I searched for her, and I couldn't find her. I know. Sons always abandon their mothers. And they're more or less to kill their fathers. Life is like that, but I suffer from it. And the others, they don't.
He cried.
Papa, Mama, I'll never set eyes on you again. I suffer from it. Yes, the others don't.
Don't speak to my husband. He loved his parents so much. He cared for them, coddled them, and held in his arms, saying, "You've been a perfect son. God will be good to you."
I could still see her stretched out in the ditch. She was holding Lily of the Valley in her hand. She cried.
Don't forget me. Don't forget me.
Her eyes were full of big tears, and she called me by my baby name.
Little chick.
She said,
Little chick, don't leave me here all alone. He's never happened to us. From time to time, a friend says that he's been seen here or there, that he's well, that he's being a good husband.
when I get back, she's been buried a long time.
Yes, Colonel, it is because he...
Basically, that's it.
That's very neat.
Thus, it's certainly...
All in all.
So I wasn't to that.
So that's
From me to him.
him or her?
Them.
Okay,
It's not that.
Why?
Yes.
All
All in all.
in all.
What was that, madame? Oh, someone has come. Oh, still more people.
No, I can put that on.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that line, always the same. Sorry. I haven't crossed it out yet. I'll go to the door. Go, bring some chairs. Excuse me, gentlemen, ladies.
Get up for a moment, please. We must ready the room for the meeting. Your usher will be here soon.
Yep, come in, yes. Come in, all of you. Come on, come in. Come in, yes, that's it. Yes. One doesn't bring little children to a scientific lecture. The poor little thing is going to be bored. If he begins to cry or pee-pee on the ladies' dresses, that'll be a fine state of affairs. I wish to introduce you to my wife, Semiramis. These are their children.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, how they sweet.
That one's the smallest.
Oh, he's so cute. So cute. So cute.
Semiramis, not enough chat.
Oh, dear.
Right. Okay. You hold the little boy on your lap. You can sit over there. The twins can sit on. There's meant to be a chair there, isn't there?
There will be in a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Which chair did you bring on?
I didn't bring one.
Did you not bring one on there?
No, I meant to go off there on purpose.
Yeah, that's fine. Put one down and then one over, yeah.
Was there no chair there?
That's fine.
The twins can sit on that chair. Please be careful. These all come from the landlord, they're together. He wants us to buy them from him, these worthless chairs. Hang on a second, I've skipped the line. Sorry, they go over the house, they belong to the landlord. Yes, my children, he'd make trouble for us, he's a bad man. He wants us to buy them from him, these worthless chairs. You don't all know each other. You all don't know each other. Semiramis, help me make introductions.
Who are these people? Let me introduce you. Let me introduce you. Who are they? Are you wearing your sweater?
Mr. Miss.
Mr.
Mr. Miss, as you go around, yeah.
I thought that was after you. No, it wasn't.
It's like all the time, really.
Oh shit.
Mrs.
More people!
Mr. More people.
Yes, come on, yes, come on in, all of you, come on, come in, all in one, come in, yeah, right.
Beg pardon.
Gentlemen, come in. Ladies, enter.
What?
It is Mrs.
Oh, yes.
That me. Oh, yes.
Oh, there really are too many. There really are too many. Dear.
There's scarcely a place left here. Excuse us.
Are you wearing the sweater?
More people, more chairs. More people, more chairs. Come in. Ladies and gentlemen, Semiramis, faster. We'll give you a hand soon. Beg pardon. Yeah.
Beg pardon.
Good evening, Mrs. Yes, the chairs. As you walk over there.
Right.
Well, you've done well. Okay. Go along the season, mate.
Beg pardon. Yes, Charles.
Yes, right away. Are you wearing your sweater? Yes, immediately, patience. Yes, patience.
Your sweater? My sweater? Beg pardon. Excuse me.
This way, ladies and gentlemen, I request you, quest, enter. I'm going to show, there, the seats. Dear friend, not there. Take care. You, my friend? I'm going to find a place for you, patience. Semiramis, for the love of...
There are no more chairs, my darling. Programs, get your programs here. The program of the evening, buy your programs.
Relax, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take care of you, each in this time, in the order of your arrival. You'll have a seat. I'll take care of you.
Buy your programs. Wait a moment, madam. I cannot take care of everyone at the same time. I haven't got 33 hands, you know. I'm not a cow. Listen, please be kind enough to pass this program to the lady next to you. Thank you. Oh, my change.
Oh, doesn't do each other. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I've told you I found a place for you. Don't get too excited. Over there. Yes, it's over there. All right, take care. Oh, dear friend. Dear friends!
Programs, get your programs, programs.
Oh, yes, my dear. She's over there, further down. She's selling programs. No trade is unworthy. That's her. You see her. You have a seat in the second row. To the right. No. To the left. Yes, that's it.
Programs, get your programs.
What do you expect me to do? I am doing my best. Push over a little, will you, if you please? There's still a little room. That will do you, won't it? Oh, Mrs. Come here. Ladies and gentlemen, please excuse us. There are no more seats available.
Get your programs. Who wants a program? Oh, here are some. There they are.
Pardon. Please excuse us. Take care.
Oh yeah, sorry. Why are there so many people? Programs, get your programs here.
Ladies, young ladies, gentlemen, a moment of silence, I beg you. Silence! It's very important. Those people who have no seats are asked to clear the aisles. That's it, yes? Don't stand between the chairs.
What? Who are all these people, my darling? What are they doing here?
Clear the aisles, ladies and gentlemen. Those who do not have seats must, for the convenience of all, stand against the wall. There, along to the right or left. You'll be able to see and hear everything. Don't worry, you won't miss a thing. All seats are equally good. Don't push.
Push, don't push.
Don't push.
Push, ladies and gentlemen, don't push.
Relax, take it easy, be quiet. What's going on over there?
Oh, there's nobody to act like savages in any case. Oh. My darling, I can't see you anymore. Where are you? Who are they? What do these people want? What are they doing here? Who's that man over there?
No, it's over here. Sorry. Where are you, Semiramis?
My darling, where are you?
Here, beside the window. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear your voice. There are so many, but I can make out yours.
And you, where are you?
I'm beside a window too. My darling, I'm frightened. There are too many people. We are very far from each other. At our age, we have to be careful. We might get lost. We must stay close together. One never knows. Oh, my darling.
I just caught sight of you. Oh, we'll find each other. Never fear. I'm with friends. I'm happy to shake your hands, but of course I believe in progress. Uninterrupted progress, with some jolts nevertheless.
That's fine, thanks. What, however? Yes, it's been nice. I'm afraid even so. What am I doing here? My darling!
In order to prevent the exploitation of man by man, we need money. Money and still more money.
Oh, my darling! Oh, yes, my husband is here. He's organising everything. It's over there. Oh, you'll never get there. You'll have to go across. Into with friends.
Certainly not. As I've always said, pure logic does not exist. All we've got is an imitation.
Certainly, yes. Tell me everything.
I've invited you in order to explain to you, that the individual and the person are one and the same.
My children, take care not to trust one another.
Sometimes I awaken in the midst of absolute silence, the perfect circle. There's nothing lacking. One must be careful all the time. Its shape might disappear. There are holes through which it can escape.
Oh, ghosts. Phantoms, mere nothings. The duties my husband fulfills are very important, sublime.
Excuse me? That's not at all my opinion. At the proper time, I'll communicate my views on this subject to you. I have nothing to say for the present. Waiting for the orator, he'll tell you. He'll speak in my behalf and explain everything that we hold most dear. He'll explain to you. He'll explain everything to you. When the time is right, and the time will be right soon.
The sooner the better. That's understood. They're never going to leave us alone. Let them go. Why don't they go? My poor darling, where is he? I can't see him anymore.
Don't be so impatient. You'll hear my message in just a moment.
Oh, his voice. Do you know, my husband has never been understood, but at last his moment has arrived.
Listen to me. I've had a rich experience of life, in all walks of life, at every level of thought. I'm not an egotist. Humanity must profit from what I've learned. Ow.
Oh, you stepped on my foot. I got chilblains.
I've perfected a real system. Art ought to be here. I've suffered enormously.
You've suffered so much. What ought to be here? It's certainly time.
Suffered much, learned much.
Suffered much, learned much.
You'll see for yourselves, my system is perfect.
You'll see for yourselves, his system is perfect.
If only my instructions are carried out,
If only his instructions are carried out.
we'll save the world.
Saving his own soul by saving the world.
One truth for all.
One truth for all.
Follow me,
Follow him.
for I have absolute
You
certainty.
have absolute certainty.
Never.
Ever and ever. What was that?
I don't know, I can scarcely believe it. Is it possible? But yes, it's incredible. And still it's true, yes. Yes, it's the Emperor. His Majesty the Emperor. Stand up to His Majesty the Emperor. The Emperor in my house, in our house. Oh, Semiramis, do you realise what this means?
The Emperor, my darling, the Emperor? Oh, yes, the Emperor. Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, oh, Your Majesty, your great Majesty. Oh, what a sublime honour. It's all a marvellous dream.
Marvellous dream.
Oh, ladies, gentlemen, stand up. Oh, our beloved sovereign, the Emperor, is among us. Hurrah, hurrah! Oh, Your Majesty, I'm over here. Your Majesty, can you hear me? Can you see me? Please tell His Majesty that I'm here. Your Majesty, I'm here. Your most faithful servant, your slave, your dog. Arf, your dog, Your Majesty. Can you see me? And sire, oh, I can see you. I've caught sight of Your Majesty's august face, your divine forehead. I've seen you, yes, in spite of the screen of courtiers.
In spite of the courtiers, we're here, Your Majesty.
Oh, Your Majesty, ladies and gentlemen, don't keep him. His Majesty is standing. You see, Your Majesty, I'm truly the only one who cares for you, for your health. I'm standing, you see. Your Majesty, I'm truly the only one who cares for you, for your health. I'm your most faithful of all your subjects.
Your Majesty's most faithful subject.
Let me through now, ladies, gentlemen. How can I make my way to such a crowd? I must go to present myself to I must go to present my most humble respects to His Majesty the Emperor. Let me pass. Oh, please let me pass. Will I ever be able to reach him? Nevertheless, my heart, my whole being are at his feet. The crowd of courtiers surrounds him. Oh, they want to prevent me from approaching him. They know very well that, I understand. Court intrigues, I know all about it. They hope to separate me from Your Majesty.
Calm yourself, my darling. His Majesty sees you. His Majesty is looking at you. His Majesty has given me a wink. His Majesty is on our side.
Sorry, no drink. Right. They must give the Emperor the best seat near the dais so he can hear everything the orator is going to say.
Oh, at last, they're taking care of the Emperor.
Oh, thank heaven for that. Sire, Your Majesty may rely on him. It's my friend, it's my representative who is at Your Majesty's side. Gentlemen, ladies, young ladies, little children, I implore you. I want to see, move aside. I want a celestial gaze, the noble face, the crown of the radiance of His Majesty. Sire, dying to turn your illustrious face in my direction, towards your humble servant. So humble. Oh, I caught sight of him clearly that time. I caught sight. I'm at the height of joy. No one has ever shown me due consideration. No one has ever sent me invitations. However, hear me. I say this to you. I alone could have saved humanity, who is so sick. Your Majesty realizes this as do I. Or at least I could have spared it the evils from which it suffered so much this last quarter of a century. Had I had the opportunity to communicate my message. I do not despair of saving it. There is still time. I have a plan. Alas, I express myself with difficulty.
The orator will be here soon, my darling. He'll speak for you. His Majesty is here, thus you'll be heard. You've no reason to despair. You hold all the trumps. Everything has changed. Everything has changed.
I hope your Majesty will excuse me. I know you have many other worries. I have been humiliated. Ladies, gentlemen, move aside just a little bit. Don't hide His Majesty's nose from me altogether. I want to see the diamonds of the imperial crown glittering. But if your Majesty is dying to come to our miserable home, it is because you have condescended to take into consideration my wretched self. What an extraordinary reward, your Majesty, if corporally I raise myself on my toes. This is not through pride. This is only in order to gaze upon you. Morally, I throw myself at your knees.
At your knees, sir. At your knees we throw ourselves, at your feet, at your toes.
I've had scabies. My employer fined me because I did not bow to his baby, to his horse. I've been kicked in the ass. But all this, sire, no longer has any importance since, sir, your Majesty, look, I'm here. Here. Since your Majesty is here, since your Majesty will take my message into consideration, the orator should be here. He's making His Majesty wait.
If your Majesty will forgive him, he'll surely be here. Any moment.
Your Majesty, hear me. A long time ago I had a revelation. I was 40 years old. I say this also to you, ladies and gentlemen. One evening after supper, as was our custom before going to bed, I seated myself on my father's knees. My moustaches were longer than his and more pointed. I had more hair on my chest. My hair was greying already, but his was still brown. There were some guests, grown-ups, sitting at the table who began to laugh. I'm not joking. I told them I love my papa very much. Someone replied, it is midnight. A child shouldn't stay up so late. If you don't go beddy by, then you're no longer a kid. But I'd still not have believed them if they hadn't addressed me as an adult, instead of as a child. Nevertheless, I thought to myself, I'm not married, hence I'm still a child. They married me off right then, expressly to prove the contrary to me. Fortunately, my wife has been both father and mother to me.
The orator should be here, your Majesty.
The orator will come.
He 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 will come. He will come.
He will come. He will come.
He will come.
He's coming.
He is coming.
He's coming. He's here.
He is coming. Oh, he is here.
He's coming. He is here.
He is here.
Here he is.
Here he is.
It's really he. He exists.
He exists. It's really he. And now, with the permission of your Majesty, I will address myself to all of you, ladies, young ladies, gentlemen, little children, dear colleagues, dear compatriots, your Honour, the President, dear comrades in arms. I address myself to all of you without distinction of age, sex, civil status, social rank or business, to thank you with all my heart, as well as the orator cordially, for having come in such large numbers. Silence, gentlemen.
Silence, gentlemen.
I will address my thanks also to those who have made possible the meeting this evening. To the organisers.
Bravo.
To the owners of this building. To the architect. To the masons who were kind enough to erect these walls. To all those who have dug the foundation. Silence, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Last but not least, I address my warmest thanks to the cabinet makers who have made these chairs on which you have been able to sit. To the master carpenter who made the armchair which your Majesty is sinking so softly into, which does not prevent you, nevertheless, from maintaining a firm and manly attitude. Thanks again to all the technicians, machinists, electricians, to the paper manufacturers, and the printers, proofreaders, editors, to whom we owe the programme, so charmingly decorated to the universal solidarity of all men. Thanks to the country, to the state, those helm your Majesty directs with I'm losing it. with the skill of a true pilot, thanks to the usher,
Russia.
hawker I've programmed, my wife, my helpmeet, Semiramis.
Darling, he never forgets to give me credit.
Thanks to all those who have given me their precious and expert financial or moral support, thereby contributing to the overwhelming success of this evening's gathering. Thanks again. Thanks above all to our beloved sovereign, His Majesty the Emperor. A little silence. Your Majesty. Your Majesty, my wife and myself have nothing more to ask of life. Our existence come to an end in an apophysis. Thanks be to heaven, who has granted us such long and peaceful years. My wife has been filled to overflowing. My mission is accomplished. I will not have lived in vain, since my message will be revealed to the world. To the world, or rather, to what is left of it. To you, ladies and gentlemen, and dear comrades, who are all that is left of humanity. But with such leftovers, one can still make a very good soup. Orator, friend, if I have been long unrecognised, underestimated by my compatriots, it is because it had to be what matters all that now when I'm leaving. What matters all that now when I'm leaving to you, my dear friend, orator and friend, the responsibility of radiating upon posterity, the light of my mind, thus making known to the universe of my philosophy. Neglect none of these details of my private life, some laughable, some painful or heartwarming, of my taste, my amusing little Turkish pies, heartwarming, my amusing gluttony, I always do that. Tell everything, speak of my helpmeet, of the way she prepared those marvellous little Turkish pies, of the potted rabbit, of lamb, Norman rabbit. Speak of Berry, my native province. I count on you, great master and orator. As for me and my faithful helpmeet, after our long years of labour on behalf of the progress of humanity, during which we fought the good fight, nothing remains for us but to withdraw immediately in order to make the supreme sacrifice which no one demands of us, but which we will carry out even so.
Yes, that's dying for our glory. That's dying to become legend. At least they'll name a street after us.
Wait, when do we stand?
Just whatever.
Yeah. Oh, my faithful helpmeet, you who have believed in me unfailingly during a whole century, who have never, ever left me, never. Alas, today at this supreme moment, the crowd pitilessly separates us. Above all, I had hoped that together we might lie with all our bones together, within the self-same skin, within the same selfature, and that the same worms might share our old flesh, that we might rot together. Alas, our corpses will fall far from each other, and we will rot in an aquatic solitude. Don't pity us overmuch.
What will be.
We shall not be forgotten. One last time, I place my trust in you. I count on you. You will tell all, bequeath my message, if your Majesty will excuse me. Farewell to all. Farewell, Semiramis.